It's 7:43 KNEB News Extra Time, brought to you by First State Bank. And here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Suzanne Kingma is here to talk about the Scottsbluff Kennel Club Dog Show coming up this weekend over at the Scottsbluff County Events Center. And we discussed a few things earlier in the month when you were deadlines were approaching to make sure you were in the show. Now we're going to kind of discuss what the show is going to be like and what those who attend the shows are going to see. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You're probably pretty busy right now getting ready, huh?
We are. We're down to crunch time now.
All right. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over at the Scottsbluff County Events Center. The show hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is there any admission to get in here?
There is no admission to the show, but there is a $3 parking fee. So load the vehicle up and all of you can come in for $3.
For $3. Okay. That's great. All right. Now, the amazing part is how many dogs you have and how many people are coming from all over. How many dogs do you have? You have over 600 dogs that will be participating every single day, right?
Exactly. We have over 600 dogs plus the rally entries and the obedience entries. So we have quite a few dogs here this time.
Yeah, and from all over, right?
They're from all over. A large majority of them are from Colorado, South Dakota, eastern Nebraska, Kansas, but we have had them from all over the United States and including Canada.
Wow. And then we have some from this area, right?
We have, several of the members of the club that will be showing their own dogs also.
So how do the members here do again when they're facing that pretty stiff competition from all over the place?
Most of the people that are showing in confirmation already have a proven champion or are going on to get what they call now after a finished champion is the grand champion. And that's a new thing that AKC started about 2 years ago. And a finished dog can continue on and doesn't have to be specialed. And they have to earn the same amount of points against dogs in the breed as they did when they were going for their championship.
Wow. Okay. So they're probably doing pretty good, obviously.
Yeah.
And this will be much like what people see at the Winchester Kennel Clubs.
Westminster.
Or Westminster. Yeah.
It is exactly the same thing. We have to follow the same rules that they have to follow.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, Friday we start, like I said, at 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And each particular day there's different things that you're going to emphasize.
Okay. 7 a.m. the show opens, but the judging will not start until 8 o'clock.
All right.
And so what they will do is you can go on Frio's website and get a copy of the judging program. If you're looking for a particular breed that you want to watch, you can go and scroll down for the breed and it'll give you the times in the ring that they will be showing in. And Anna Frio's website is onofrio.com.
It's pretty simple.
It is.
Yeah. And for example, you have on Friday, you have the best in show, the best veteran in show. Is this best veteran
Dog. And there's a criteria. The dog has to be at least 7 years older, and it's still in competition. It's a lot of times they bring a retired champion out and compete just for that, to bring the dogs back. They enjoy it, and so that gives them a chance to go back in the ring for competition.
So a 7-year-old dog would be like 50 and...
Exactly.
In people years, probably?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll have a dog that is 12, 13 years old competing in Best Veteran.
And doing pretty well.
Doing well, yeah.
Yeah. And then Saturday you have, this one would be interesting, Best Puppy in Show.
Exactly. That is open to the puppy classes. And it's just like the Best in Show with the groups. They have the puppy groups. And then they pick out of each group first through fourth place, and then they compete for the best puppy in show, just like for best in show.
Now, how long are you considered a puppy?
They are considered a puppy until they're 18 months, because some of the bigger dogs don't mature as fast, and so when they used to be, when they hit a year, they had to go into the open competition. And now AKC has changed that, where they have 12 to 18 months, or 18 months competition for these younger dogs that don't mature as fast.
Sunday, again, a kind of a special thing, best bred by exhibitor.
Exactly. And that class is for the people that have bred that dog and they are showing it on their own. So it's quite an accomplishment if you go best bred by exhibitor and show. It's an honor, because then it says you've been doing your homework in that breed.
Now, do you have a prize or anything for the best, like, overall dog over the 3 days that's maybe been in competition over 3 days?
Okay, each day is a show.
Is a show.
Is a show. So they get their trophies or the prizes for that day's shows.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have cash prizes that we are offering for the group placements and for best in show and for high scoring and obedience and in the rally competition. So yeah, there are trophies. Then some of the club members have offered individual breed trophies, that if a particular breed and they've offered a trophy and they get best of breed, then they get an additional trophy.
We'll have more with Suzanne right after this. All right, now we'll get into what the judges are looking for. And do you have quite a few sponsors for this, or?
Oh yeah, all the advertisers are in our
or in your book
catalog.
Yeah.
And all of our sponsors for the trophies and stuff are in the premium.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the local businesses really do support us.
Same thing we always say every time.
But you know, this brings a lot of
people.
Revenue into the community.
We are back on News Extra this morning. Suzanne Kingma is here, and once again, the big Scottsbluff Kennel Club Dog Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over at the Scottsbluff County Event Center. And once again, Suzanne, the local community has stepped up. The local business community have several sponsors to help cover some costs for the show and costs for trophies and things like that.
Yeah, the local businesses have supported the club, and they have contributed to the trophy funds so that we do or are able to give these cash prizes to the winners in the various categories.
Now, if you look at how much this show brings to the community, when you have people coming from South Dakota, Colorado, Canada, you mentioned all the states that people are, we're filling the hotel rooms for this week.
Exactly, we are, and they're going to the restaurants, and even if they bring their motorhomes in, they have to shop for food, so they support the local grocery stores and gasoline stations, so it's a boost to the community.
Now, we were talking outside. Okay, you have these judges. Now, how do the judges get picked, and what are they looking for when they're viewing the dogs in show?
Well, the judges are picked from a listing that AKC publishes, telling them what breeds they're qualifying for, or if they're an all-rounder, which means that they can do all of the breeds. And then we go through that list. The show superintendent, or the show chairman, is the one that usually does the final picking, but she will talk to the club members and see if anybody has a preference on who they'd like to come into the area and judge. So that's how the judges are picked. We have judges that are all-rounders, and we have some provisional judges coming in that are starting to pick up different breeds that they want to be able to judge so that they can eventually judge a full group.
Then when the judges are looking at the dogs, they look for specific things. Dave was even mentioning outside when we were talking that you know, maybe he and I look at a dog and say, wow, that's a great dog, but it might not be a great dog in show.
Right. And what the judge is looking for is how close that actual dog is to the breed standards. And AKC has a book out that lists all of the breed standards, what each breed should have, what each breed does not have or should not have, as what is called a disqualification. So they have guidelines that they look at, and a lot of the judges start out as exhibitors and are in that particular breed. So you have sometimes what they call your breed judges that was their specialty, their breed. So they're really looking at those dogs really close to see how close they are to the standards.
All right, and once again, this particular show is one of many around the region, but it's a pretty big show, isn't it?
It is. It is a big show. And like I said, we have to follow all the same rules that Westminster does.
Okay. Well, it sounds like fun. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over at the Scottsbluff County Events Center. Again, it's free admission. It's just $3 for parking. I'm sure you're going to fill that parking lot with folks, and it should be fun.
There are a couple of things that we will have food vendors up there, so if people want to get something to eat, they can. And we will have dog or animal-related vendors up there. If you're looking for a particular piece of equipment or a leash or specialty foods, why, it will be available. And we also stress that no strollers are allowed inside the building, and that's for the safety of the children.
Okay. All right, very good. Thanks again, Suzanne. Good
Thank
luck
you.
this weekend.
Thank you. I've got 2 in show.
Okay, go for it. All right, back to you, Dan.